Oh yo, Raga Spice. Oh yo, Mama Salon, Mama Salon and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I tell them the story. Story. We make Salomon. They know they work now the country bend. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run after them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tanga it at so smile. Then they put whip and cry. See right now we hope they say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. I pay the people and don't tire with the system. Tire with the way then they lie. Where they want make them host and them married with Salon money then they use buy. Where they want buy their speedboat and them Salon money then they use buy. Where they tell them the truth and they vex. Now radio and TV they deny. Una want them move for the bambai. Una want them move for the bambai. We tired with the rotten system. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. Tired with them but cool like tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. And sound of the give fire. We don't tire. We better them empty. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. They say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Now then they shoot, then they loot, then they take, then all they put. We journalists, them sit on them youth. Raga Spice, I tell them the truth. How long pan this? How long pan that? How long for the thief with money and go? And no me say because of we born pampo, that means we for die pampo. We economy is slow, country not they grow. Oh no, Ebola lalio. And then they give we the like the cutty. And it's how they go. We stronger than the country. We better than empty. What not in the country? How we gonna survive? They say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them
Fambalona kushe enduna aduo. We are gonna come back today for can't talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet hearts alone. Now we whoa. Then we left for do them bad things then. We they feel I'm most alone. Now we whoa. We are. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want to let we go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean battle, we just want to make we go before. Fumble, Kusha again inside this big university in Cabo. Well, as usual, every day we dey make sure for calm and look wetin dey happen inside the country wey we call we yard and bring am back to we people dem. Wetin that one dey mean? We no want for make we people dem left behind. We want anything if na needle for ourselves inside mama salon as long as it concern with government business and the well-being of we the people, we dey make sure for bring am to you so you sef dey able to understand. As usual, we always dey collaborate with Salon TV. Well, for some time now, we now be see the brother. Today, what do we do? We now sabi that children for Tongo 4.
You should say for something. You know, say me there yesterday.
Me not be there. Me not be there yesterday.
So no say them. Hey you.
You don't put brain on me much. Anyway, arrest in case.
All right. Inside the program today. Like always, inside the election, Mohamed Konneh say they're not for investigate them, you know, or they're not for audit anything in system. Well, inside finance business again, all of the copper where they put inside the election, Mohamed Konneh not really the auditor. They can't look into that one day. Papa again, don't come and tell me how they're glad with the way how the election end. This and plenty other things that this for today. My name is Nasembe the Freedom Fighter.
By Bure Kablai from the north. But please, before ever we begin the ball rolling, family members, them we just want for still tell una plenty thank you because you find out say the number we don't near, una don't try, but the problem we get now, the time very
Expedia, your trip, in one place.
Also, something you come for me.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Alpha, something you come for me.
So is it?
No, it's the sound will come up from you. Anyway, sometimes the system don't vex. Alpha, push and come up.
Thank you.
Family and we are good afternoon again or good evening and it's already. On how it is I'm not in the net now. How do you do? I hope it gets me loud and clear. I talk to now from the world's #1 capital, the home of the world, Washington DC, the capital of the United States, the best nation in the world. Family, and a good evening.
No, wait, I disagree with you for saying that the best nation in the world.
Okay.
Well, your disagreements on me say not to facts.
No, not to facts, because if you ask me for the best nation in the world, I can tell you.
Who's one?
Sierra Leone.
If I whap you.
But not true, not that one.
So we got a bond day. You
don't
know say they rot is
not me life, not day, not best.
Okay, you get right to your opinion. Opinion, everybody knows. All man get entitled to one.
Yeah. You know, allow me now last score points. Pass you will begin with Gampa back. Anyway, by the way, if I'm on behalf of
as I be the talk to me people, as you are speaking, I talk to me people. When I really don't try family members them as we tell you now about this particular patrol, short patrol we get right now. We don't reach the patrol because right now as we talk, we did 86,227 family members them. We don't come inside the old one now and the new one them way we brothers and sisters don't invite. But we still the big now continue for share the program, call other person, tell them what we are, so we are able for reach 100,000 from now to next month to this award. We need them, and I believe say owner self need them. But what go make we get them? YouTube don't give you the task for make we reach 100,000 We done here, as I say, we did 86,229. Please continue for share the program and invite other people for joining in this family house again. We know they want for labor too much today. We get 427. We don't begin for watch the program. And we get 125 family members then we don't like the program. Do ya? As you come inside today, you relax for watch the program. Now any side where you watch them, TV now, phone, computer, you name them. Just make sure you click the like button for me. We're gonna make we said again more appetite for charge inside the program because today we get plenty things there for us today inside the basket. The basket, a choke, but we dey make sure for put them down so una dey able to understand the good, the bad, and the ugly way happen inside Mama Salon. I already tell you say she may pay on good day. Since after NPRC we can take over back when they say na ina be the president 2018 again. This 2023 they say na ina the president. The good, not the again. The ugly and the bad overcome the good. We move.
Alright, so yesterday we left small progress where we went for almost one. And Alpha be left halfway yesterday with after they go into the issue of this special advisor on security, national security issue to Marabio. You know, Marabio do hire. Well, this morning, in the interesting, I don't say go listen. But maybe they form them. They tell me about 20 years I talked the previous day, yesterday, and how the sides that we had to take. Of course, on our yard own, I get me on right, but on collection, I can give anybody the opportunity for they say what you have to say. So yesterday we say the I am mercenary, and I give the definition of mercenary. So it depends on what you look or how you look at the issue. For say Madabero, I am mercenary for advice on security issue. But the question is written at the actual job description of the security personnel. Where you know I am. That might be the discussion yesterday. Because the job description where we see from what we see so far, then the I am for security, you know, advisor, national security advisor, but the job where we see say it get for do and for make sure say a lobby. So instead of security advisor, then we say a lobbyist. And a lobby to the international community, especially the United States of America, the Senate, and that of the Congress, for make sure say they're able to project the good image of the country and as well convince them for letting them know say this election will just not all a credible as against waiting the U.S. state government, the embassy, they say, and other international organizations. So they are being as a lobbyist, but as a security advisor again. Waiting at the main idea behind this, or waiting exactly at the hidden, you know, secrets behind this. So we discussed that yesterday. So we can continue right from that point, Alpha. You already see, you know, or you see the kind of discussion where they go all around with regards government official opposition, with regards the you know, SLPP people and members and even sympathizers of the SLPP. What do you think as a journalist wait on the watch so far? What is it that you think you bring up?
Well, thank you guys. First, if I make Konneh Jerry Torres, when this military contractor, where this along government say then they hire as a national security advisor. Well, the whole things have not looked very clean and clear. But first, Jerry Torres, one a former military officer, where you know, now man we been there in arms, been doing the feds, we like they call him like a US veteran, we been doing in the military, and he don't left. Also now a politician, he been in at the Congress and at District 15, of course, now Florida area, and also he also they do business alongside. So whilst in a veteran, this same man a veteran, another side na politician, another side na businessman, another side na contractor. So you know, so something like he had to like pin him on one side, which side belong. The car don't say in a veteran, he be running as a soldier for US. Another side in a politician, he try for campaign for local politics. Another side in a businessman. So not tomorrow get one face. Now begin from day first. So because of that, he hardly for like pin him on one side. And now when I don't look at it, so I'm waiting Lamran Ababi post, we know we colleague about this military contractor or this advisor to the president on security affairs. It look like say a lot of things they will still need some clarification. They cannot go tell say so this person an advisor or military advisor to the president. We also say if I tell the US and the US people and say the election free and fair. So not the same thing.
So for waiting at the sea, based on the kind of background you don't get to this man, it's like they want for use them from all angles, all of his professional background and they want for use. For example, if this man put on by the 34 military hospital and support the answer for our girls, yeah, this man as well, now security, you know, a veteran, and they want for use as security advisor to Marabio. This man again have been congressman and is same way soon a politician. They want for use them again for lobby to Congress and that of the Senate. So they want for use all of in alongside them or good side them for make sure say them benefit best of ability. But again, remember say this na businessman, nothing not even for nothing in the eyes of any businessman.
Yes. And this man, na Republican, then red politician in the US. Well, for you in the when they say they're red, the Republicans, when Donald Trump in party. Okay, and now this is like democratic government, when a Democrats every day. So when they use them for lobby, also you get for no say the people holding a power right now, the Democrats. So if they use the Republican, that can get in your own way. Just like where SLP then a power and as alone, you go use APC man for go lobby for you. You know, what's that they mean? So now like this man, a red man in a blue government, right? That's another side. Then also, this same man when at Torres, now one part of the people are always there against of their lobby farms. He say we politicians are ready for campaign people directly. He say politicians are not for the campaign using PR agencies or lobbyists.
Hold on. This is not the Torres one of in campaign. Say they don't want to use lobbyists, then forget around the people. Then for always they use the people themselves, talk to the people, make sure say they do it in the people they want. Yeah, and they against that. But now in the case of this, they don't post their website according to the people we all see. And in the stand now like an agent to Sierra Leone. Women say, according to what you see, they as well they use them as lobbyists. So it look like say like do as I say, don't do as I do. They talk one thing, then they do another thing.
Yeah. So you don't see that at the thing. So this man within his own country and his own state, Florida, when they talk about a lot of lobbyists and then they go talk for the government or they do stuff, but he believes safe for talk to people directly as opposed to using a lobbyist. Now if they go take a contract, so then again another question where maybe they go for a scam at the US because the US now a very free state or country. No guys say you they go lobby for another country. Then where even they condemn say they're not fine for use lobbyists because that they make the politician there, they're not able to talk to them people and they go use lobbyists and then kinds of things. So a lot of things and they were still not clear. When I say, I'll go back to the point about say the man as security advisor. But alongside also they say if for try to convince the US public say the election being clean and fair or whatever, you know. So you get a lot of questions there now for me while there. So what's that this man in actual role? What you get for do? I don't know if the government don't pull out any press release to be specific about this situation. But based on waiting, they talk about waiting.
As of now, that's not happened yet. And I've been listening to one patron member at the SLPP who been get this morning. And they say they're not going to allow that kind of thing to happen. For even higher PR firm for launder the image, that's now rubbish. He said I quote them so. But Midele Thompson say that's now rubbish from the side of the government if they do that and then we stand up against that one day.
See? So right now, according to the minister we talked a few days ago, he said they talked to several PR firms there. So I don't know if right now what they on, and they go and just ask, hey, one hire on a services over, we'll do XYZ, wait till nothing. Container the hire and fire and price. Or saying, wait till you allow do for now. They say, okay, this you wait for them, go talk to other person back. So probably they don't even hire it an exact person or company. I think what's right now they do and they can talk to different PR agencies or different companies for say one want to begin talking and lobby for we on we behalf. So a lot of things we're just confusing, we're not very clear. Waiting exactly this man, a businessman, a politician, a US veteran, waiting exactly for me. But probably like where the minister said they can talk to different PR agencies, something they're not even going to agreement it. So they wait and see. But the issue of a PR agency also gets your own implications. All right. One, the implication is on governance and accountability. For example, if the salon take a US firm, a private firm for letting them do PR and consultancy for them, or in public relations, the people are not going to monitor them. At the end of the day, that company they don't owe any obligation to the salon people and say, like this money na them pay we. Pass if they want one. But sometimes they go say the agreement between we and the salon government are secret. We're not going to talk what they pay we or just to talk about what you get for do for them. And also a PR agency, not by force, say if you achieve your objective, no. If they say what they do for you XYZ, else they don't do them. For example, then go say, just to give an example, then go say maybe when the president come New York or Washington DC, we go make sure say let the president talk to 5 or 6 or 10 members of the Senate, okay? Or go make and let talk to some members of the US government. Then can able do and they arrange that meeting. They don't do their own job. It depends on how the outcome of that meeting, if you all water or not to them business. The business is if president or minister they come, you want to talk to some members of the US government in Washington, we arrange the meeting for let them get talk. When they don't talk now, whatever come on at that meeting, they don't talk we own business again. Because we say we do PR and publications for make sure that meeting they happen. So at the end of the day, if for example the US embassy in Salon in the US government, they don't get their own report when they get. So even if we can talk to the officials in Washington DC, for example, what's in the US embassy in a free turn on report, it adds for like change that kind of narrative there. So also rather than the other side of for use an international PR, then they say oh, they do this, they do this, they do that. What I don't do am not important. We be say they organize this meeting for now. Yes, the meeting will take place. We be say they make them publish but on one or two newspaper or radio and yes, it take place. That is it. At the end of the day, now whatever the outcome, not to the business. So I think say the government also will be careful. If they use a PR agency, the implication is we'll spend a lot of money and we're not going to know how that they get for head. And at the end of the day, we're not going to also know the outcome because whatever the outcome, not to their own business. The outcome, now whatever commodity, instead of organized, they say for organized. So a lot of things they were not clear, where the government need to explain more to the people. And where down they find for governance, open governance and accountability. So, but for now, a lot of questions then the PR agencies, they all need to talk to, how much they get for pay, wait, maybe they will come out and explain, I don't know, how much the money they get for spend. Because now I will see where London mining and go close London mining. London mining take the government now court. Say London mining, the government not supposed to close them because of XYZ. When they get the company in court, the government at court, the government end up for spend about $5.something million for pay another farm, a legal farm now, Washington for representative.
So waiting at this thing every other year, we they spend lots of millions of dollars, for on PR company name, but at the end of the day, we're not see any investment in return.
Well, at the end of the day, I think it's just about, I don't know what they talk away. I think that the minister maybe they say all over the world, governments get lobbyists and PR. Yes, some then get, well, not all. And also, PR agency, like I say, it depends if you want to use them. Whether you use them or not by force. But if they do well, they work well, well you can at Washington DC, you can at New York, if they're able to sell yourself, if they're able to market yourself a lot. But if they begin to go take a PR agency for begin pay their money, for letting them do work for you, for maybe them publish good stories about you, back home, the problem is still with the ordinary voters, then you're just making a mistake. And also with all what's that happens, so right now, the report that we don't come on, the European Union, 28 countries, the US government, and all, the UK government, the observer, they all don't talk. For make a PR agency can reverse that one day, it take a lot, the grace of God plus a lot for making a good one. Otherwise, it's just wasted effort and wasted resources. So back to the point, if the security advisor and a security advisor, and therefore be clear. But when I see they talk about how you get for try for make let them know say the elections credible, free and fair. That'll give me a whole lot of questions. They're more for us. So back. I hope say this along government going to say all entire when they do so. Again, implications on the budget, and people are still there where they even not pay, even though they hope for elections, they not pay their now. So if they spend all that kind of money and they back for go hire PR agency, I think it's an issue.
That issue of the one they not pay, it's not hold on to that the people they come to that they just know a whole discussion on by the way, what do you think? Now we just want to see something. Alpha I'm going to take on this again after by the way. Dr. Edith Lyons just the post on this. Well, in say this man not a special force, but at the same time they can't go to Afghanistan away. I don't know what it mean, that mean because I know say if you're not a soldier man, then can you go na some say you away mean say they know they take you to the second mission, then they drop you totally from the force because they know they can go for everyone away. I don't know. Alpha look out in your background, what you understand from that area. No, but in the case of this, you say you wanna win Libya, you wanna win Iraq, you wanna win Afghanistan, where they can go do operation there. Now this kind of failed soldier man, I matter they can win. This now according to Idris Lahai.
So make a reflect your mind back when you use.
I know you talk about Madabi.
No, but wait, no, ask me.
No, I know you talk about Madabi because Madabi.
Alpha, I don't see problem.
No,
I want to flex me mind.
no,
Me
not on the
mind
same
mind
level.
bad.
Not on the same level.
No,
we
but
talk
soldier na
about.
soldier. We dey
No,
talk
not
of
on the same-
combat. Hey, wait small.
Soldier not to soldier.
Hey, me brother.
Soldier not to soldier.
Okay, allow me cut off.
Right now, I dey for say. No, wait.
Chepepe.
I dey for say.
Mm.
Lekwete Adebayo say because this morning they charge me. Somebody charge me. One me own good first name friend. Bamidele something say. Me quote Adebayo say if they put a Marabio in word, they put Adebayo in word, people they take Adebayo in word passport. It charged me serious one this morning. But you know I let her for go because that's how
No, but that's not the secret anyway. That's not the point.
No, yeah, so go now lie with you and say.
Wait, I will start and back. So I want start. I will stop me. You know the post of Dr. Idris Lai, where you just don't talk about additional say. The man na be soldier, the deploy Libya one away. You name the country, Iraq one away. So if Madabio go take them kind of people, why you for doubt? The reason number one where you know for doubt, Madabio always they look for people where Englishman is say they look alike. You understand?
That's of the same feather.
Flocks together. Madabio na the soldier man where they send a war front. If afraid for we fire and food to make it work at Benkele today. And they go hire somebody where then they deploy some side, he run away, then deploy another, he run away. That means the man are a failure for us.
Wait, this thing they doubt me. You know, from what I know, the US Army is a special force. If they deploy you one side, you run away, they don't care what the second side.
Well, we know what happened.
In fact, they dismiss you. You run away na Iraq, you run away na Libya, you run away na Afghanistan. Okay, Alpha, they tell me I can select for the one in the where you then can go permission. First of all, you are whole per that mission. They wait in
Well, first, I did check the information. So now, okay, Dr. Lai post you get right to review. So now I'm not go endorse and say na facts 100%.
Yes, I know say down back saying a lie.
Yeah, but back to the point, I think say if they carry you as a soldier man, all over that, all any sign of the war, if they carry you go on the war front, you run away. It means you're not a strong soldier man, and especially the US and get Boku soldier man, where they go on different missions them all over the world. So if they carry you go some side, it means they get trust on you. If you run away, commodity. Most times they get some disciplinary within the discipline, but also until now you don't retire, so you don't get nothing for the get with army direct. But also if not true, you know good. But for now, like I say, I don't know if not true 100%. Or not true.
So what do you know if not true? You run away?
Yeah, if not true, so run away. Now they say.
But you're right. We not go say a lie. We not go say not true because for any side, even salon says if they notice say you run away 110, they notice say you run away 210, but you go again. Then they pull you from.
You know, sometimes I make it retire. Say if they don't send me under,
say they don't mix by this kind of thing.
They not send me the other side, so I left now. So maybe that even though I don't know if that's true or not. But back to the point, I think say also Sierra Leone, if you get anything for security matters, you go put on a foreigner hand, that again gets your implication because they want to say the whole of Salon, you know, with all the people who don't learn book and all the ones who don't serve various military and intelligence unit police, you know, nobody for trust. Pass you go give foreigner.
You know, Alpha, if you reach to that side, I just believe say Madabio, he really know what in the talk, so you understand. But as still they go on right now, you know, say you might they look for attention. You know,
okay.
Not the main thing. They look for attention. And when they look for this attention, you know, this man, you know, like this country. Now we they talk and more people they cost me. This term of a ruling force, from the first one to the second one, the offices them what this man don't create now the country, they don't plenty. And not to show money they can inside the country, not to show business they flow in the country, not to show the country they make money, but it create offices them where they make the taxpayers' money not able stable. Where they talk of economy now. Now if they go hire somebody like this, one, it not get forever pay them like the way they pay in your Sierra Leone ministers them. That is obvious. You understand? But it not care about the well-being of the country because in they seek for international attention. If one they say, Mother Bio go bring somebody na so country for can't do this kind of thing now we had. But waiting at the implication in no care. Waiting at the benefits. Waiting at the losses. Because we care about the losses, all the losses, as long as we talk about Mother Bio na yeah. It a try to build up that fence of attention. My brother Alpha, this man no will care. Even for go take Donald Trump, if he get no more the way, if they go take Donald Trump, he go to a saloon for can help him. Just for let them say no Mother Bio na this you don't do. This not the Mother Bio who they talk about na yeah. You go talk him, the one they will not get better understanding of waiting this guy for doing the country. Then they come and cause. Then they come and talk, they don't talk. But that's a fact. This not get no benefit to the country, but na losses. But man don't care. How many ministerial position where this man don't come put right now in the country? The man will be say if they come for block, the leakage is there. Now they go and hire battered man them. Now other country, we don't get used to it. They bring it now we had.
Well, based on I'm not sure this man will get used. Yeah, but waiting I think say no more. I'm not sure we need the service of this man because if we can go back, this man like Alpha belongs you in some of them. He spent a long time now the army, and it is now CEO as well for his own business where he starts with $1 billion business all around the world, and as well na politician. We feel say for serving community now. And at one point when they go into the primary, I think for Florida, then disqualify him. But he go to the court, and the court say he's supposed to be part of the primary. Okay. But I sure he not be win the election, didn't he?
No, he not be winner.
Okay, he not be winner. Yes, he not be win the election, baby, because people they know actually feel say in time for they give them the opportunity. But notwithstanding, this man, the kind way how he invest around the world, nothing not go for nothing, and that's I want for everybody know. If this man then say he invest now this hospital, I call him 34 military hospital under Fatima. Listen all the connection where how this man get connection to Madabio. Now Fatima this woman work at too. You understand? He work at 2 inside a project, this answer for guys for help and build the 34 military hospital. Then nothing goes for nothing. This man, they need for pay and back. But how they go pay and back, they need for justify. So for justify why they pay and back, they get for create this nomenclature, this office for them, or this position for them, say, now this na the work we want for do. So whatever money that they hand over to them again, they get justification.
They get
exactly. Yes, if they ask me a question tomorrow, what did they pay this man for? They go say, in this. Alpha, you see the word?
Now the work.
Yeah, that's true. And that's again the show you say, like how you don't say the man a businessman, the man a politician, the man a veteran. So again, and even one thing where even get where America been get where even get that court where they disqualify. I mean, say in the self fund. You understand? Normally in America, where you want to go into election, people then they contribute for you. Right now, say if they see even the president Joe Biden, if they see when they announce online, chip in even $5 or $2 for join the campaign, for let the president recontest and win the next election of a campaign. But this man Torres, they say in the self fund, which means the money they use for campaign and election, just like Donald Trump they say, now he said they put in your money for campaign. So I tell you a lot of things they were not clear. I can't say in a state or in a country like America, I say young campaigner, you fund for yourself, you self fund. Who's I pull the money? So now one thing that the way a lot of people get question mark. Why did this man say other people even Barack Obama the way he want to be president? People that they contribute, so that they put $5, $10. So he go say, well, I win. All my money they pay me and campaign for me, I win. But the man say, I like it costs $20-30 million for self-fund for a campaign, in a self-funding campaign, or nobody money.
And this kind of man we actually associate ourselves with now.
Of course.
All right, so a good that we discuss some of them things here. Let people able to understand. Also we come, also they go. They go. I equal that something. If you don't bash my car or so like that. So now in this thing, we don't know where they go right now. We just they go. The
kites don't cut.
So now they go no more. But we get to be very careful. Now not Tom Conky no go and they go.
And this man will be the supporter of Trump for let them build that border for close the southern border. the Mexican and the come here for put the border and stop people and for Canada, the US illegally and all of that, you know, and talk a whole lot of things. And also na a red man, which means then the opposition party, na a blue country, where the Democrats they rule right now. So then they tell you say, something is not very right. But now left and so because
no, but you know what left and so something the way yesterday I begin for talk, we begin for talk. The issue of the Russians then get a lot of mercenary right now in South Africa, where they help, you know, for guide or guard, you know, some president in Africa. So as Madabio they felt legitimacy crisis, you know, he as well no go on that lane day for go ask the Russian they for help him. You know, remember the other day we all sit down and watch the kind of people the way they guard Madabi, when they did a presidential guard, where they look at the badges,
badge.
Mali, they look at the Gambia, they look at everything. Then you see the little badge as well, different country them. So in order for them in that position, they will say, okay, instead of not go take Russian for camp guide them because it go then at the bad book. You know, but now for let it go then at the good book of years, that is why I go knock at the own mouth for take them picking camp. Say can help me. So he going for talk to them people and the people will say, okay, since you don't go take a picking, you mean see us, we will begin look at you in a good way. You know. So I don't know what you self think about that, because you self get a wealth of experience and when you get idea about that particular the way Africa they go now with regards to the presidency.
yeah, so of course the Wagner group, when that Russian group, and they all over Africa. And one article in the way I really want to reference to, where really very important. I just look for them for make it come up, because then they get some very key thing that we pin we to this Wagner situation. Yeah. So in an article where the Washington Examiner and do they say Wagner's next target will be Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast. Okay. Then this Russian group, they say the next target na Salon, Liberia, and Ivory Coast, according to the Washington Examiner. And then get them visit, right? They say after they don't fail in Mozambique, the group get roots now in Central African Republic, and also then they work with them junta there, na Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea. And at that focus, and the Wagner they take advantage of the French influence, and also they seek for loot the country the rich mineral resources and the activity outside France don't they participate in the past. So that's why they say, what if France don't do now West Africa? That's why the Russians and this Wagner group, that's why we can take some of what's in the wealth where they get. So then they use them as there, and then they work for them all over them places. In Mali, for example, we see all the attacks that they happen against them Fulanis and sort of like. And also, they say the Wagner group gets sites on 3 other countries. They win at Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast. Each has suffered past unrest. And 3 countries are all also. They all don't get war in the past. That are Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast. Each has suffered unrest. They all don't get war before. Okay. Whereas often the United Nations peacekeeping mission costs billions of dollars, extend decades, and achieve only marginal result. Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast are the 3 countries the UN points as exception that proves the rule. So the UN succeed in them 3 countries, and they according to them. Okay. The reason why Wagner now they target them 3 countries, they say they vary because incumbent President George Weah in Liberia and Julius Maada Bio alone, they say they all know they manage the country there very well. So because of that, and they afraid them people and all they rule well, and say, and at the height of the food crisis, angry past mark at their country there, and also they say, for example, where they say for 6-week multi-million-dollar to Qatar, George Weah been go Qatar for 6 weeks. Usa go spend multi-million-dollar, boku money we go spend at Qatar, George Weah. Okay. Also, he go Monaco and the United States where he been come vacation. Also, President Maada Bio, they say himself, he been there at the UK last August, where government protesters they made it all over the place. They protest and where they kill Boku. So they said because inside be shaky of in power, or if he say in power, it not be too consolidated. Then the Wagner the activities in the region, they appear for be coordinated. They say somebody the way they call Melik Mui, when a former US convict from Saji Badnikov, Russia, the ambassador on Ghana. So Russia, the own ambassador on Ghana, according to this article, where the Washington Examiner do, Russia and the ambassador on Ghana, and they coordinate the activities of this Wagner group. Okay. And also they appoint the Russia in honorary consul general in Liberia. So Russia get one other consul general in Liberia with the Russia ambassador in Ghana. They say that them two and they coordinate the Wagner group now West Africa. Okay, and they say they allow the Wagner expert for come to Canada the country under the guise of businessman. They say they all time they go like businessman there. Liberia, of course, they forget the election next, and Georgia not do well. So Wagner they accelerate and plan them, for make them continue for Okuta or for EPA. So Salon face similar countdown. They say, according to them, they say incompetent leadership will don't lead to stagnation, corruption, and popular unease. People in the protest all over the place. As a result, the country post-war recovery now at tipping point. And in other words, the country popularized the concept of blood diamond. And so the Russia and SF did it now, and they in between. So because of all this, Ivory Coast, they say, of course, they self Plaba Binondidi and all of that. So because of all this, I say they consider the next target for Wagner Group, big time. Salon, Liberia, and Ivory Coast. And already if they get Guinea and then get Consort, and we all just see a few days ago where the Wagner boss, they say he died in a plane crash. Okay, and this guy just come on Africa. Interestingly, the Wagner boss, we just died a few days ago in a helicopter, he just come on Africa. Musa, he said, go meet with Timande, go meet with other African leaders and other African, mercenary in Africa. As he come on there, they come to the plane, now he can die in that plane crash a few days ago. And according to the US intelligence, they say the Russian government gets a hand in the mind that one. So as we speak right now, we don't know whether the next leader for the Wagner Group, but already they're very active and effective now in West Africa. And according to the Washington Examiner, Salon, Liberia, and Ivory Coast are the next point of target.
So because now the next target, now them Magabio now the rush and beat gun for pull people's attention from that particular group.
Possibly, possibly you go rule that out because right now a lot of things they happen in West Africa and we don't see how democracy don't decline. Democracy don't go behind in West Africa. Don't they get like during the days of the 80s, the 70s, maybe they talk about more coup, but then coup they don't begin come back. So already democracy don't begin go down in West Africa. And when they talk about the ECOWAS or African Union, they need to do more. Look at Guinea. Guinea now na Sojaman they rule it. Niger, na Sojaman they rule it. Where ECOWAS they go fight the man. Now Russia president and the government of Russia say no, we're gonna church. I wanna say the church thing. Then already Burkina Faso. Or where they say na Sojaman they rule it, they say if na church I also not go agree. Mali, they say when na Sojaman they don't kick the president out. They say if na church Niger, who say will not agree for now. Already Guinea, of course, na Sojaman they did. So the coup they all know they come back to life in West Africa, and Democrats don't go behind. So now then countries like Russia, China, we don't believe more in democracy. Now then time for make them make use of the opportunity. And even in Salon, the democracy will get, of course, it's undermined because this election, for example, the results, the international observer, they say they tip the results. So if they tip the results, which means the president and the president, but the people and the popular votes, you don't get them. So because of that, we see all what's done they happen. We don't know how I get for end, but democracy only go down in West Africa. So countries like Russia or Ghana, they make use of the opportunity. They say they can't take the mineral resources. And already we don't see how French, they don't kick them out. A lot of countries, especially French-speaking West Africa, they don't kick out the French troops and French influence. You don't see like Mali. Mali, they say that they change French. The national language now, not to French again, say they change them. Now they forget Bambara and the other local languages. Not to French again, the national language now Mali. They say because the problem all in France, they cause them. The same thing at the other countries, they see how they only turn against France. But now, on the other hand, why they turn against France, then also they bring in China and Russia. Well, maybe they're even more dangerous and more bad, past the other one and the way they try to kick out. So it's a bit of confusion. So it's a lot of things going on in West Africa. And unfortunately, Salon will caught up in the middle because get the minerals or get the mines where they benefit to people, but then people they need them for do what they want to do. So then they come in different ways. They come as businessmen there, and they come as lobbyists, and they come in different forms. So then they work with girls that they get. Hence the government and power they work with them. They don't care about the people.
All right. So let me move quick one, and let me go quick one. If you just begin to talk about the ECSL, let me touch on the ECSL issue quick. When you see this public notice will come out where they say failure to submit financial statement for auditing. In other words, they not agree for give the financial statement for explain to the audit service how they spend money where they receive from government, from donors them and other things them, how they spend them, or waiting left, they're not good for explain them they all. So this now they say according to section 1192 of the 1991 Constitution, where it give the authority, give the mandate to the Auditor General, you know, for audits the public account of saloon. So in other words, this audit service now you get the responsibility for monitor. But I'll go to section the other section, section 86(1) of the Public Financial Management Act 2016, say within 3 months after, you know, the account of a financial year, you know, are closed. That's after 3 months where they don't close the account for any financial year. When at the end, within the complementing period where they don't mention it, inside section 44, the vote controller, where in some cases from some ministries then can be the permanent secretary, you know, the vote controller, or for like ECSL, you get for the executive secretary or other waiting them. Then the vote controller, where am I? Yeah, okay, the vote controller for all of the entity here under subsection 3 of the of section 86 say therefore submit to the Auditor General the annual financial statement of all of the office them. So then so the audit basically just explain about what they're capable of doing, why they do it in there. So then the one for making everybody know say the acting Auditor General for Salon, therefore, one for inform all man say then people here so then institutions so where they can where their name don't here so then don't refuse or forgive access for handover the financial statements to that of the audit service. And remember, say for example for ECSL where the name there so they don't knock chest before the election, say they not allow anybody for audit the system. That's now for the election. So now if they knock chest again behind the closed door, say they're not going to allow anybody for observe, because waiting this go get for me before this term ECSL just read the names them for you first. Then get 8 names. Then one is get Israeli Housing Corporation for 2002. Then get Electoral Commission 2002 for come up to 2003. Then get Sierra Leone Block Concrete Product and waiting. Then get Sierra Leone, all of the institutions, Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation, SLBC. Now this we can talk about the journalists as well. I tell Alpha that they say, but they tell the points in touch ties by we go see how we say you get the Sierra Leone Telecommunications, you get the National Investment Board, you get the National Assets and Commission. So all of them one there. So in fact the National Assets Commission from where they form them, the National Investment Board from where they form them, they don't ever allow me the audit system. So now going to this election, if 2002 ECSL not able to talk how much they spend, how much they receive, 2003, 23, where you get a lot of concern, especially from the audits from the African Express, where they tell you about 10 million for voter ID card, then say 1 million for 1.4 million, and all of this kind up and down about who that print ID card, almost then spend, almost then this. So if they not agree, because what did they happen now? 2002, then at the indifferent. If they not agree for 2002, where a lot of people not get interest on, how it will talk now for 2023? This is a very big question with Konneh as always. Alpha.
Thank you. Interesting. I think say ECSL, with all fairness, you know, yeah, they say they don't give their accountants, and then they deal with boku money. And this time around, when all the government is not just say, most of the election money now the government of Salou fund.
Yes.
So which means if now the government of Salou fund them, it means the ECSL supposed to be accountable and supposed to talk about the money where they don't spend by this particular election. If they not do them, I think say we're not for surprise again, because we all don't see the organization the way they mentioned. But with all fairness, that will begin from maybe the one way maybe people don't even know much about again. Let's say the National Assets Commission or the Salon State Lottery. So why I bring down and they all say, for example, the Salon State Lottery, how much they get for the whole year? Okay.
The Salon State Lottery, like gambling company.
Okay, hold on there. I don't answer it for you. How much Salon State Lottery or Salon Assets Commission they get for the whole year? Why I ask that question there? Because the same audit service Salon and then tell we say the office of the president, the office of the vice president, the office of the first lady, they don't meet the threshold for the audit them. So imagine the office of the first lady or the office of the president or the office of the vice president and Salon State Lottery, Salon Lotto, would I get money?
Well, what basically all this service been saying in that area, they don't meet the threshold, not on the amount of money where they get. According to them, they say the office of the president, first lady, not meet the threshold because they get not that corruption or the happen, but they get minimum corruption, so they don't meet the threshold for they find themselves into the audit book. Now that they will try for say.
So if they don't meet the threshold, how do they identify the threshold? Because me threshold. Well, me not to auditor, me not to accountant, but the threshold, the number one thing for good, where they talk about audit, in the audit processes, in the audit money, okay, that is processes, resources. That are two things when they post in the audit, all right? Or when are the two of the main things in the audit. One, the resources, the money, what do they give, how do they spend them, how do they spend? Then the processes. If me, you send by Pierre, by Bure, now 3 for sign, for let money come on an account, okay, they want to see that process there. You know, the money will come on, maybe for go hire a plane, for let this person go vacation na Dubai. They also go to go requisition in government. Somebody they request. You be know in the BBC Media Action. For example, you want to travel, go applying for go do program. Somebody you went at the lead, then you do the requisition, right? The request. When you request, other person when like you line manager in the approve. Where you approve, then
it go through your budget, approve them, then it allow them to go. When I come back, when I don't for retire, I don't retire all of the documents. When I go through the same manager back before I go to the finance, and then go cross check again.
So that and then at the processes, when are part of the auditing, then the audit when the audit people are in any office government, then they try to look at if you not follow that process there. Or no, because alpha now in they go, it's just a number go now give me 20 million euros. Let I go do this. So nobody know they do requisition, nobody know they approve, and nobody know they wait just go take and go. So that in one side. Then also the money, how do they spend them? So if the office of the president, the office of the vice president, the office of the first lady, they all know meet the threshold for auditing. So how Salon Lotto? In fact,
wait, I don't know. Alpha, I'm not sure say they not be meet the process for auditing. They audit them and then find according to them, they audit them, but then find out say they get less corruption. So now I make the name not kind inside it. Not all that they not audit them according to the audit service. Well, they I don't know how to put them right sir, because I don't know if now the one we did I don't know how to describe them. But the audit service, let's just talk about the audit service. You know, because in waiting make that and they all happen because all of them they defend and job them. They want to forget job where they not belongs to them. Well,
then another question around for the audit service. And this same audit service from where they suspend that woman, where they say he do things that we're not supposed to do. From that time, the way they say, then they investigate the case. The woman, now they go ask them and say, hey, but this case, I don't want to call her again. The woman, you don't go court, say, don't tell, and I say, bolas, you don't.
So now, like, what did happen with regards this PR firm? They don't damage the image and they go spend plenty money for what's the image back in that tweet. Now, the same thing like this. They don't mind for the pay the woman as long as it not directly into the audit because if it did it, they know say it go to expose, they not go take Ben. But the one way they put say because he want to maintain the job, he get for me that the Ben are anyhow. So for the first time, you ask the same question. Why the office of the president with that kind of nabara how they call them corruption we seen at the office of the president? They at the end of the day they say they don't meet the threshold. It just to show say this government ready for pay any cost as long as now for let them do dabaru business they're ready. So now the same thing. If the auditor general then are in office and they do the things them way right, it expose them more than waiting they happen so right now. Imagine them police woman because of that. And then they bring person when they pay. For let it do waiting then their own job. How on earth you go hear that kind of thing there so by the way?
Well, you go ask. As long as you form an uncle concern, you get for continuously the evidence in there. You know, one thing about Mother Bio, the things the way they do them when they talk like a way to talk so you don't talk, you ask the answer inside the statement. Because as far as Mother Bio is concerned, you know, care. I still they repeat them, Mother Bio not care. And you don't even want to know how the country go look like or how we the people of the country go look like and how we image go look like. As far as in concerned, in your image single-handedly in the look for. As long as the name don't go up, this time that bill don't do. Whether I get for affect the country or I get for put problem in the country, he no one for no. So people like Madabio, we just they talk for make people they don't understand, for people know what they go on. It don't mean say we talk and I change you. It know they ever change. Somebody may call it one of these 2 days. That program we use that word in. Today I join in line. Madabio not supposed to change. To be honest with you, if Madabio not somebody they change, as we they talk so now, he know how it take this particular power. I'm not talk of 2018, no, it will not be no much. But this 2023, you know how it can have power. So if now somebody where they change, now somebody where they want to make the people they forget, but waiting, he don't do him, Mohamed Konneh, all of them things are how they talk. He not for they put in hand again. By then time for him back on things the way they make with a smile, small for he forget what don't happen. Trust me, if Madabio, as I say, if they do things them right now, they make with the people they small. All the things they talk about, so audit, ECSL, these are nothing they happen. Let me tell you again before they come inside. The issue of auditing ECSL. Anybody who thinks say he audit ECSL, it's just a wasting time. Any office now we had where we say ECSL for give them report of what they spend, what they don't spend, it's just a wasting time. If ECSL, Madabio don't can plant Mohamed Konneh to we say announcement as caretaker, any other thing left. You know it's that I mean, including all the money away if we don't use. I use, I not use, I no one know.
You know Bible, not to just that. You find out when you know we know each year to the election money.
Okay.
We know each day too.
Okay.
If the one before all of the involvement of their names they will be known here, you not come here to 2023 election, you not coming to just 2022.
Just small circle.
2022, where the BB couple they not carry to. Alpha, you may talk just now about the issue of payment. You know, and this now for the 2023. If the 2022 talent this, then they refuse. How 2021 good, 2023 good talent? Because in this 2023, now they be names they like Admiabio.
Yeah, where they pour that money.
Yes, when they spend money, just in the take the bundle, they slap people. Yes, Admiabio in name get for come up. If at all the audits service get for do a very good job, a name get for come up. You get for hear about then the contract. Who side we go get for finally, you know, who side them do the contract for the ID card because we hear about bosses, we hear about beyond that we hear about we know even South Africa, we don't even know. So if the 2022 talent, how the 2023 talent Alpha?
Daniel, I don't know how you for deal, but I think say we all don't see what's on the happen. The good thing is this last election, what you do, you don't open your eyes about good things then. Now something that maybe people are maybe saying they do no more just like that. Now they don't know say no, the one know the go so. You know, we need for know what to for do and what to for do. If we not do them right, people like you will come at we. So now this particular moment, now that they don't open like they open a lot of things that people already know say nobody do no today. But the bottom line is as a government authority in a salon, or if you're not possibly related to the government in a salon, if you just know say the people that are there around you, they're angry, the people that are there around you, they know they get better thing for it. Well, just for be somebody way reasonable, you know, for making no say always they do, you action. Gets a lot of things, you know, what person will judge you on. Okay, for example, give myself an example. So just real quick. Me know they work for government, I know they work for government, then I just you know, a poor journalist in the corner, Salomon, where they are abroad and stuff. But you know when they see me I post say, oh, look me Motskawa they drive, for example, I post on social media. Or say I post me also Saturday, say, hey, when I look me also Saturday, I post them. You know, I don't know how they do them because just me on mine, I not say that not the right thing for them. Because at the end of the day, how the other person ain't gonna look at them. Okay, and give myself an example because like I said, I know they work for government, I know they work for the country. So imagine now if they work for the government. Remember that 10 and they will be done see one man they wear them 5 watch. I don't remember that 10 and they after where president the all kind of power. One guy they wear them in the workout. I think they're London jet. Then go one side where they say then go give them gift. You watch the where I'm 5 you know. When they see people in the bluff with all kinds of things on social media, when they see government people in the bluff, when they see people are very close to the president in the bluff with a lot of money, throw money and do all that thing. So the people on the ground, they are not happy because people are angry, forget money in Awala, then they eat Awala. So whether the people have money or not, if they're close to power, especially in Salon, 95% chances saying that the government money they eat, you're not gonna go and just do all kinds of funny things all over the place. You know, they see at my bureau and they go through money, you know, they TikTok, they change this, change that, make all kinds of things, all of that. You know, it's not cool. You know, will not be they see an Escorova in Pekin and will not be they do that. Then send anything. I think the only person where during an Escorova in term, that is small brother.
What a man.
Yeah, we make yourself like a comedian and begin drink Matthews. So
Matthews, when they're Chinese, so you can Matthews.
But what is he say, who now they drink Matthews? No, I don't know what they drink because I'm more than common apart.
But Matthews not cheap drink, man.
Yeah, but
so you still able to drink.
Yeah, true, but you know, drinker, you go begin talk because you see people that be take all over the place. So when you are related to a politician, or you don't have a position of authority, or you close to the president, or you are the first lady, just be careful because anything they do online, they come back to you. Okay, even if that dance way they go begin dance for people, how the people they understand and go be different. Go begin dance the butu for people like they begin. I make one time Sylvia blindly they say this person they dance like rare girl. But later on, the party they don't come back. You know,
and
so
himself begin dance the same way.
So I call that.
No. He didn't say no more. In company dance like rare girl. But later himself begin dance the same way. So I don't know no more now.
and now important point. An important point though, because I've been on this posted where they say, oh, this person they dance like rare girl. But at the end of the day, you know, they settle them out. And now
they not only settle them, Alpha be clear. They not only settle them, initiate them back into the same rare dance.
Alpha. Sometimes they will not left for the beat around the bush. If you Alpha, you tell Bible say, Bible native man. But later, that global they go na net we no understand if na global they go to.
You can't join Bible now.
You can't join na me they go na. Alpha native man. So if Sylvia be they say Fatima Bio they dance like Lale Rubber. Then if can dance like Lale Rubber, it means they also na Lale Rubber.
You see what's at the top, and you see Fatima they actually use Sylvia at some point. The way Sylvia hit them, they do one kind of fine. Now, initiate them into all waiting. It be the accuser of initiate them for that. And now Sylvia don't Fatima in mouthpiece.
Yeah. I know they caught you. I just don't see a press release where that woman will publish that book. I just sent them for you. Where Dr. Fatima Babipul.
Yeah.
I just sent them for you. You pull a press release where you talk about this continuous attack on him. Say from where he published that book. I just sent you the press release where the public notice where he pull. Say from where he pull that book, you know, you only get a lot of personal attacks, you know, for publish a book. You man doing research, you do a lot of things and publish the book. Me don't buy the book. I don't read the book. And when I read the book, me as an educated man, that woman, they do a lot of research in that book. They not put anything the way, not a fact. So if you say I can go court, I can go court. But now then they go behind, you know, go begin go tension on the woman in Fambu there.
But wait.
Honestly,
if me not be this woman, I know they say anything to Sylvia because they all two not to the same class today. Honestly, for me, I don't see Sylvia like one of I don't know how to class her. How they can call them people in the Batuman. You know, so like they do the dirty work now for Fatima, you know, and they tell Fatima for relax. So if one day the woman can at your level, if I mean at this woman, this stuff not be even necessary. Yeah, because they are two not at the same level. This woman for me.
I think if it's just a try for make and clear.
Yes, I'm not saying what Sylvia they try for do now for include in people them now the woman in village. He talk to the people them because what it happen, this woman self get small issue with young people them. What how the thing come because of things them what he do now in tongue. You know this woman na gender activist, you know, and he stand against certain things them. And even don't stand against the mother bill and other things then. So some people not go always happy. Remember, if for example the things that for me you do so not to all power people themselves go happy because themselves get different views, right? So now then people and then now Sylvia they use forget what you want forget. But unfortunately, yeah, Sylvia not just for me, not just another big loser. Because honestly, I mean, like I said, that they look forward for say Sylvia, this kind of person where they actually do something for them with copy, emulate. But it just kind of say, Marabio anyway get this system. We see they arrest you once and they left you, they tell them do what. And we see the intellect when they incarnate, they got this word there so hypnotize. Yeah, so anything now that they we no want to do anything because this not only Sylvia will sabi, but again wait to this not so Sylvia been begin part and by Koma NT where it begin here on begin the blast time the this and that at the end of the day who side end
Now APC
with position
big time.
now APC don't come on power. So Sylvia, like I say, is not able to adopt at all. Is not able opposition. Is not able any side. Is not get the power that the way he wait for the top and do other things that I want. So now the kind of person. So like if I mean at this woman honestly, and this not just kind now woman this way for me. A lot of Sierra Leoneans they look up to and for they do more things than where they go they appreciate. Not to for they get competition with Sylvia. If you get competition with Sylvia, it's like Sylvia they try for drag and can't do na your own slum way they.
No, but just like yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Before they come by Bure, I think Sengbepe, what the woman want to do is, okay, let's say if Alpha writes against something we believe in, you left Alpha, you go begin attack my family, my sister, they drag them kind of social media, my brother, they drag them kind of social media, my mama, we don't die, they go investigate, but I drag them on social media. Maybe the woman, the way Alpha be known keep before, go investigate, drag them on social media. And even Dr. Lahai, I don't begin to do recently. Because Dr. Lahai don't stand on certain issues that against the government, the president, the first lady, and the president. I said they dragging WEF camp on social media. Oh, the man in WEF not been this. So I think around the woman, it gets speaking at the beginning and still a go school. Some of not so we all maybe go want bring family in the limelight. So if that woman write book against you, you feel say, what did the woman do you wrong? Take her at the court of law. If you feel say again anything the way you feel say no rights at all.
But now this them be said the other day still in the crime going to court. So I wonder why Sylvia not the rest. It's just the jump like below where they put salt.
Thank you. That's not the issue because if you say that the crime going to court, okay, crime going to court. But if you left in a court now, the next day publish the woman in Peking there. The other day publish him brother there. The other day publish his sister there. The other day they go publish about him mama we don't die. All of that, the woman not like all that in family business for come on the social media, and then people and that's get their own right to their own privacy. If this woman right,
Alpha, in as much as you do right now, you don't want your family for involved in such thing there. The thing where you do so right now, you get for expectancy and they. We understand a woman, and at this make most women not agree for going inside politics. You understand it? But the minute where you don't begin to take them venture there, so Dr. Fatima Babi, I salute you, respect you for the kind of work you do. Take her easy and go and forget about that. Not just distraction. Focus on what you do. Yeah, you picking them. Yeah, they not say you do a very good job. Talk to them. Whether you for talk to when a family, I can always talk. Talk to your family. Yeah, because at some point we have one family and the blast for them, they cost them. Although it's not so severe, so waiting and they do to this woman so right now. Because like something that they can't try. You might mind this, you can say, you might not get her. They don't know. Or then tell you say this and this and this and say, but relax, so not get you remember.
You talk something, Alpha talk something, and you were middle day. Yeah. Now yeah, you see them, you talk say the things them way Sylvia they do right now. It even don't look like say you don't tell Fatima for make him go sit down a corner, make him take charge. Yeah. And Alpha don't measure always he measure so say the cost that
you continue to tell and for Fatima because Fatima they pay him. You know see Sylvia they loud now with some gold this and that other things.
Of course.
Then they give
and you hit the point say Sylvia na possible able opposition. Fine. Because money on the flow.
And Dr. Lai don't tell and say go make you selling. Oh, so now if they go against the West. But interestingly, I like one thing about this guy. This guy, in fact, when you can't force and tell her anything was the pull and do. I mortal like you don't keep nothing.
So it's very simple. Yeah. Dr. Lai, the manual they talk about now, everybody expects for this book, then therefore expect waiting past that one day. You see how SLPP operative then they operate. Exactly what they pay them for. Let me tell you something, Alpha. This I again. Quote me any side. Sylvia Presently, it just gets hide under the back of APC. But Sylvia not to APC.
Well,
No, I dey tell you,
no,
I dey tell you for
I
free.
know wetin we want for do. I know
Yeah.
wetin we want for go in that area.
No, I dey come. Wait make I dey try for tell you. Wait make I dey try for tell you. Wait
Mm.
make I dey try for tell you.
Mm.
I tell you say, now yeah, you don't talk, you don't get the answer. When Sylvia ready for come under an escoma and leg them,
Mm-hmm.
all of what he do so now he do because then tell we don't sit down back just like what you mentioned now. It's a statement that they talk so. He and dry, he don't see it. He blasty come inside.
And interestingly, now them telling they may link Sylvia and Madabio.
Thank you.
Now that makes Sylvia in the beginning not be like Fatima because if you say Fatima don't come reaction to her.
Thank you.
Because Madabio and Sylvia they name them in the play until how they call this former chairman. I name for SLPP Alpha.
JOB.
Until JOB name can inside back to Sylvia. Say JOB and Sylvia. Now then the palaver can come out between Sylvia, JOB and Madabio. So will not be known outside there. We as journalists been just watching outside Sylvia there now between JOB and I call again and Madabio.
So this is not a thing. Sylvia, anybody will understand.
So you notice that this being said JOB and Madabio begin talk. You know don't come back say.
Wait till the wait. Wait till the wait for. So Sylvia, make everybody just know wetin e dey pa. Now, he know wetin they pay our money for. Where maybe it's by tomorrow you come last because you don't turn in rude right now pass. Even at the by way they say the cost man because Sylvia will pass right now.
Yeah, Sylvia the cost so the cost.
He don't pass at the back. To be honest, he say na come at the buy the cost and the schooner they pay the buy all these are they pay at the back. But Sylvia he root pass at the buy. If you listen to him, he tell you there, you know they talk to the Sylvia how people will be taken for. You know, so Sylvia know exactly what he do. If you see my bio right now, rapid in social media. No, because she can't teach you when they work for her, Sylvia.
No, wait, my big sister.
Who's big sister by word? That's not teach what you mean. Arrest me case.
You know, well, the interesting thing, you know, I've been watching the one that they talk, but I feel like for the woman, like how you say, something the way they do. You know, and drag your family come, you know, on the spotlight. If you do your book professionally, you will do your book, you will be able to stand the heat. But not all family members will be able to stand the heat. Like you saw as Pierre, you will be able to stand the heat. Because always they talk, you're ready for standing heat, you're able to stand the heat, you know, so they do the factual stuff, and they talk, and you know, get freedom of information, and they analyze the issues. But sometimes, you picking, or your brother, or your sister, or your wife, will be able to stand that heat. You don't see the difference. So
yeah,
that
I know. You know,
the
but
woman
again, you will don't take the lead when you expose your family to them things and you get for the console them. At some point, even we set up now, sometimes some hits the way they can meet me, we have going to Mogia, pastor put alongside and say, hey, relax. This is not what I signed for. Relax, eh?
Exactly.
So we get for the encourager. I can understand, especially when a woman, you know, Dr. Fatima Babi, I know you're listening. Let's talk to you quickly. You know, Sylvia Blyden, now just one kind of person will need attention for they able to get in salary where they get for months. So please not give her that attention there. Whatever thing they do. Treat them. You see, I want for you just left Fatima how they call her Fatima Bio, or whether you left Mother Bio, or whether you left Sylvia. In fact, just do what you do. Continue. I know so you do research. Continue for doing research and do the things that we're ready for support the things that we bring them out because it's a fact. Left EM Dr. Lahai. Like every day, Alpha see something that happen. Sylvia will always they cost people in. You know, they use kind of bad word them. They even talk about some woman them. They call this woman, even this woman, I don't say this woman sorry, I want to use this word with Sylvia. You say nasty. Yeah, but now when Dr. Lahai they tease them every day, and they call woman group them for let them join them for fight against Dr. Lahai or let them cancel Dr. Lahai. So you see, this now that kind of person we let for go na kitchen, but you not able to eat. Now so it day, now life that you not able to eat. So Dr. Babi just left Sylvia. Sylvia not worth the taste, and not worth the salt for let you get a competition with them. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Sylvia na just attention seeker, just like Fatima Bio. Wait, I'm just a crazy man and I just need attention. You know that day? Now Fatima talk am. And if Fatima and Sylvia are the same people and are that's of the same feather, you get for expect say Sylvia back na just crazy man we need people and attention. So please don't give her your attention. Make sure so you do the right thing. People are going for your book because they know say what you put there is just too superb. It's superb. It's superb. And that's the way where somebody can challenge. If anybody gets anything for challenge, let go to the court of law. And please talk to you people. I mean, you picking them. Let them understand. This is not the reggae. When you don't jump inside water, you get for swim. You not get for say, I know the swim becoming not to fish. Please, ma, relax and do your thing. Alpha, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you. I think it's very important. And I just they see one article where they say 40 women's group then sign petition against Dr. Lahai. Say it bully the first lady or something. I don't know. There 40 women's group inside the come up. I see the article some side. They say 40 woman group runners alone sign petition against Dr. Idris Lahai.
Guess what? Guess what? When I see Dr. Lahai post that thing there, you see, you know what thing I copy. You will do media cropping, ain't cut and paste, montage.
Cut and paste, yes.
So
yes.
you see a lot of the signatures them where they na that petition they na like where they go take part in signature somewhere else, then cut them, then can paste them as part of the petition. Then na just another set of criminals again for put people into some kind of thing when they're not into. So na just fake petition letter that one. You see the petition signatures them?
Yeah, I don't see. But so that will tell you say a lot of things they want to go. You know, the country just they go one way. And I think the last day I've been talking on some side why we say action get consequences. I don't know why Sierra Leone people if you say action not forget consequences. They say you wait through ashes stay falla. You right? Where President Bio been coming in beautiful First Lady Fatima Bio. I think say be popular. A lot of people support her. Maybe a lot of people maybe they support them. But as the time begin go around, a lot of people begin get issues with them. Because we first lady start to get issues. Everybody, almost everybody, get issue with Sylvia Blyden, get issue with the mayor of Freetown, get issue with other APC women, get issue with SLPP women, get issue with Zainab Sharif, get issue with plenty people. Even the other woman, they say because they want to keep him man. Because they want to keep him man, you know, they agree, let them keep him man. Now they don't like him business. So being said, they follow out a lot of other people due to him talk, in dance, and boku talk, and all of that. So all the action and they get them consequences. And now the same person now get the JMB Foundation, Julius Maada Bio and Fatima Foundation. The money and they pay at the foundation and then no more. President too busy now, you know how the money they go. Hands off our girls, go bring pad, can't get picking there. Now they na the hands of our guys. Now here in face and Maada Bio, the president and the own lady. So all the action they had get consequences. You know, take go to the SLPP women's wing. They go make them go get a position for national PRO. Now the ruling party and go talk against other women and fetch them, say pull them at them power. All the actions they get consequences.
But because you know say the first way they make the cheerleading, I don't take over for man because I entity as well.
You see? So towards every action there is an opposite reaction. If you do this thing, now one action, the reaction must come back to you. So what you don't do, so all the reaction and now put together and then they come back so. Where they do the married na Freetown, when I go ask an Banjul Gambia, they say if na put angry na people in Bele, because people in they sleep angry, enough for making a married na Freetown, yeah, President Maada Bio. You understand? So all them talk and action, they all get opposite reaction. So now people in they react for dig into in life, also wait you don't do something and the way they say do we're not to true according to the book. You know, a lot of things and the way they say not to true, where the woman dig into the life of the first lady. Now people in they begin attack other people. But put in another book. People just need to buy that book and read them. All the things the way enough for no or way then they hide that but you know, with first lady, you go see another book. So I think that's another point. So every action gets opposite reaction. And if you're not a public figure, you get a lot of things the way they're doing all right. You know, people are just for able to come and discuss them. So I think saying another point. People are for used to that say right now not of Joe Biden so they pound scatter in America because of him picking. Say Joe Biden in picking get this, get that, go this, use government money, go vacation. Let me even get a special agent or whatever for guide them on all of that, or even go on private vacation. But the president of the US and they discuss them all over the place. So if you're not first lady, you end up on plenty things and plenty issues. Therefore, discuss the issues. And you becoming a public figure. So now if they go make some lie signature, waiting, Dr. Lai, waiting, the petition of waiting. The man a legal resident in Australia, you know, he work for salon government.
But if this government get mind for the youth people and say, let them go protest for 10-10K, waiting left figure they no go do. They say they go march for for the unity within the country. Can you imagine?
And they provoke situation.
Can you imagine?
You know, it's
I
sad.
see Global Times carry that story. They say Sierra Leone and them in UK or US, march for unity in the country. Can you imagine?
Yes.
I don't sound like Nassau.
No,
that's what I say.
That particular paper, there no need for talk anything. You will know exactly where it comes from, and not to secrets, not to secrets. Not reality. And he can sit there and talk about himself.
What?
But I tell you, the protests go, I no go. Actually, the intention was not for counter, but at the end of the day, no manager well because the one they always sit him out before. Now one the way, they wear the ruling party colors. So if you try for counter the people, when I say for we don't go that way, but that's for another day. I don't want to go into that deep because I don't say the time don't they go, but by and large, every action gets reaction. Every action gets reaction. If the dance man people are all over, people are for the react, and very important. So I think some people are on the right some comments. Somebody they say some of the signature and that document is duplicated.
Yes, exactly. All right, so we just want for tell you say the 28th Sierra Leoneans them as well. We will give you a full details on Sunday. I think in the UK, they do memorial service. That's not for all the one them we lost their life under this government from the day one when they come na power, and they do a memorial service so they all they wear black. Well, I don't know what to wear that day me and by way. So until we go wear black as well, and then we go even go dark screen. That day, you will see me, but you know,
we don't do dark screen for Khadija, right?
Yes, you will see me, but you know, we see me fine. So no fail send our camera. We just want to alert you in advance, okay? So unions them they do waiting for memorial service. So but in the meantime, we want to remind you of a lot of things then.
All right, family members, them we just want to tell us say make una increase the likes for we una book when they watch the program.
But wait till before we increase the like, let's take this message quickly. Come back just now.
This is your favorite musician, entertainer at all time. King Amin of Baby Chauffeur. With the line KFC Ruby Lounge, SE15 1LL. Friday the 1st of September 2023 for just £20. You will want for the listen to the new song them before the show. You will contact +44 73801 971 28. The music then will meet you now your WhatsApp. No forget so Friday the 1st of September 2023. King Amin first like KFC Ruby Lounge. Anywhere or any information, contact the number that when you see on the flyer.
Me I don't reach me what I know. I don't reach you. Baby, love you. Me I don't reach me what I know. I don't reach you. When you know they go play away my.
All right, family members, them we just did remind una for the likes. Una plenty really watch the program. As I talk to una right now, we get 1,089 family members that really watch the program, but now only 488 likes we get on YouTube. Don't watch my Facebook because then I can catch you in between.
We get 570 on Facebook, and then we get 457.
So we check now the one that we watch with the one that we don't like. You see, say the number they go together whilst with the BN. But it's still not up there, family members. They tell una plenty. Thank you for us before we remind una again for do more. Because now we did 86,236 family members that we don't join. We Insiders Family House, the new one, now the old one. But it's still not up there because we need the award where YouTube don't promise una and we. Because na una boku winner with 2 or with T, no more kissing. The award na una more get them. But YouTube tell we say waiting, we for reach 100,000 K before they give you this award. And this award is very, very important and meaningful for where una. Waiting make if una able to allow this number to reach 100,000 K. Now YouTube, we get this medal, we the silver medal. That means say we are the family house will be the #1 force for get this award on YouTube. What you go make you get them? Continue for share the program. Continue for invite other family members and tell them what the family house day for make you able join we and get this award. You used to say okay, watch no more and can't cost we. This is about salon, not about yard. I say Sister, Alpha, and others them no more. This now about salon. You for be proud, forget a channel where they get this kind award on YouTube. So just come, subscribe first. Come join me. No, you know like what you they do later keep come back. But for this award, from now to next month, we offer it 100,000K. Can't join we now you party. If we hit on the side way today, see don't wait so because tomorrow we not Chinese product. We'll go on the other side back in hit on me. They say they don't give you money. I remember go hit APC small. They say we don't change. Oh, talk about that, go back small. They say they don't bribe we. So we that's all day. We not guarantee if we hit on the side today, yeah, na your turn. If the other side come tomorrow or a mistake, we hit so we will not get time. So we have family members there. Muna help we share the program, continue share and continue for invite other people for make we able for reach this number. Just like what Alpha say, time not the between another studio itself get other runnings them as no say we know they use the same time where if we go do and we're very sorry because today we're not able to open the phone line. Now so I think I don't know if we get any other thing again at the basket. But as far as we concerned, I think so.
Yeah, we get a few things I want to talk. I want to talk about Senegal. Senegal. We understand say something happened in Senegal. Sierra Leone embassy inside Senegal. A lot of things when they go on. It look like say politics want to take over the real civil servant work. And Madabio don't talk say some politicians they want for make public servant and turn politicians. So we know they expect this to happen. What did happen in Senegal? What did happen at Russia with regards to student thing? What did happen at China with regards to student thing? I like say the politics on the mix up. And even the students in Russia, then they try for sideline them. But when it comes to the one, please, I want to apologize to the one in Russia. If anybody will listen, I beg for the last time when I reach on to we, I don't know for talking. With the beg, we apologize to for we will not be able to talk to one. But please, make sure say when I reach on to we. And yes, Alpha, what did happen at Senegal?
Yeah, thank you. Senegal, we get some reports about how the current ambassador we are the Salon ambassador to Senegal. They say they meddle, they say they use divide and rule and politics for deal with the Salon community in Senegal, to be specific. According to some members, and we talk to then accuse the ambassador, say, if you know they wear green, that if you know they dance with the ruling party, no one know about you, he don't care about you, he not even want to come closer to you. And according to the people in Senegal, I said that they not also the other ambassador been there. Well, me work in Senegal, I've been there for 3 years during the past government. I work in Senegal. The other ambassador be there during the by Kuruma government. They deal with everybody. Everybody get issues. They kind of the ambassador not be the care. But the people in our way talk to then say this current ambassador, they say get a whole lot of issues. If you know to green, you know to SLP, you know I know about you. They say one. Let me get an issue, let me get some disagreement. Where the last day where the vice president go there, Dr. Jules Jallo, all my get faction. This then can welcome the president, the vice president, this then can welcome. So the vice president will tell them say, well, I need for come together, I'm not get for the scatter, so this then they so, this then they so. So they say I need to make a peace agreement. Then sign a peace agreement, say they all now will come together and work together for the development of the Salon community. So but then say they reserve a portion where the ambassador, him being the ambassador of the country, now if be somebody where they're in the middle of them, like a moral guarantor. For say, okay, me say I don't come in, for say we all work together, irrespective of political party or something. But then say, when they send the document for let the ambassador sign them, he not agree sign them at all. Then also, the executive where they're not power now, then they try for hand over power to the new one where they come in. So I think they forget an election this week where they come to. They also send a letter to the embassy for invite the ambassador for that particular ceremony day. They also say, after the letter run for over 1 week, what did the embassy do? They return the letter give them. Say, they not respond to them, and just return the letter give them. So now some of them are not really look happy. And most of them, I know say some of them, the influential one they within the Salon community in Senegal, say they're not happy with the ambassador they treat them. If not that, then go move a protest, say they don't want the ambassador. Okay, then I wait till then say. So when we get this information, I send message to the press or information attaché at the Salon embassy na Senegal, na Dakar. I ask them if you get any idea. Now he say immediate free tongue. He just returned back in Senegal on Dakar a few days ago. But he's saying they assure me say the ambassador not a meddle in politics or in the issues of the Salon community. But I ask and say, well, now this and this we don't have you. Wait till you get. But he say, ain't go look into him. But as far as I'm concerned, the ambassador not the medal. Well, I not expect him for the answer. But now that the allegation where they come out from the community and respectable people, where some of them or we don't work there and they don't do it for long, na Senegal. Now they don't begin make this allegation, and this not fine. But for me, it not surprise me because even Salon, now you don't make tell they also do so. If you not wear green, you not dance with green. Like say, I like you get sense. Like it no matter. All over the place. Okay. So when we get that information, they will say for Flasham, but they continue for engage the embassy and the officials in Senegal because the Salon community, a very big community and they're very effective. So if they say the ambassador not treat them fairly, passports in wear green, and they say they associate with you, if you not wear green, you don't know about you, and they use divide and rule where they deal with the community. I think say that not fine. And some of them are ready for saying they're ready for make a petition, ready for make demonstration, say they don't want to. But before they go to that level, they will record. Now make when we get the information or when we get the information, ask the press attaché. Though in deny, will they continue for keep a close eye on what they happen in Senegal because it's not good. If that happen, the community will not go see the best of how we will see collaboration between the embassy and the Sierra there. But me not surprised because this power business, it is bokusai, both at home and abroad. So now the information we don't get first. But like I say, we don't give the specifically the press attaché. Say now this they happen, what we don't know about. We say no, as far as in concern, I don't know about time. So we don't tell them we will continue for us for no what they happen. But then the information we just kind of score just one flash.
Okay. So thank you very much. And China again, the same thing because of politics. One the ambassador not they give the students and the free hand for do what they're supposed to do. Instead they impose people on them. Russia, the government, I hope so when they try to adjust the stipend and now the money when they forget for support them and people country. If they don't go there, they need forget them the money where they supposed to get. Hope so I don't enjoy and things and they. Well, something video happen on the social media. Wow, I'll look at quick one when at the issue of this power. Yes, the issue of this power. And the reason why I will not be don't play this because as a journalist, when you get minor involved in waiting and call rape or any other abuse or sexual penetration, you get for protect the identity of the minor, so that we don't try for do that. And so if you not see video, you listen just audio. This now the main player inside the case. This now is 75-year-old man. Where then say a rape one picking when at 7 years. So let's listen to this audio quickly because we don't turn on to audio now. And we actually, the reason why they play this one for identify the parents of this picking. And because we want for help that particular picking day. Well, not to we, somebody come through we for help that particular picking day. But after we done, maybe the person want for them call him or not. But for now, if anybody can help with contact for that woman we born the pikin. Remember say when you give me contact because we don't get in a case where somebody send contact out not to a number because it feels safe for benefit, not to a number. We will get for call and we will get for talk to the pikin. We don't see the pikin at the video and we will get for talk to and through video call. So please not try any fraudulent thing. Yeah. So let's listen to this video quickly.
Well, at the parties where do the abok, yeah? So now the parties almost 76 years old. They go rape pikin when 7 years old pikin. So now the parties, yeah? Now the parties. So now it is under the chief hands them. So we not left fire again. Then we make clear nobody no church out. Let nobody no church out, yeah? So now the parties. Now the parties where rape one picking, yeah? So Tachesheko. En fait, mon gagné. On colloque so comme un colloque. En fait, ambaki, amanangai. So I kaga kira ko da ne pango tanau. You are we do the above. Now this. All pa.
We don't family members them now the video we don't play for now. So as when I see what's happen now, but behind the scene, me and my brother they look at this part like when they say all posse they reach a peak where they behave like picking back. So what you they see like this part like get a senses them again like how people they think. For good like even as the video you they see in action where they do they really know say better they do. But notwithstanding, they don't do bad way not supposed to do because according to the law which they do so they are against the law. But as people I don't tell you somebody they will want to see how it will end at the beginning. We now just make sure for give the number and when I not say we had not they take all kind of information because for level we get for really trained. We need the number and we get for investigate the number before ever we pass the number to the person we want for see how they have this thing. So not just go carry the number account. So you say this for like this particular one, yeah. We are with the big anybody we know the family of this Pekin make you able to contact Twinaya with this same number we can use for call you on WhatsApp. So we be able to see how they link the Pekin and the person we want for help. Please, not try fraud. Yeah, who know they take fraud.
The number on the screen so like we help with yeah. We don't come to the end of the show. Alpha, what do you think of this issue?
Yeah, first, I want to say it's sad and it's crazy. Like I say, this not possible. We look sick because for me, any man with a rape picking or woman self, a sick being because normal person no go behave that kind of way. So I hope so the law will take in course. And I don't kind of thing that they make when some of us want to stand for rights, justice, to condemn injustice. And then kind of thing they are the hands of our girls where they get a lot of funding from within and outside of government. If we're able to stand up and defend them kind of people there, them kind of woman there, them kind of picking there. But it's so sad that this can happen as alone with motherland. Sad. And hope and pray say the person will say give support, we able to give support so the beginning in welfare will be supported and also the law will take in court because alone but put and the thing that waiting for take notice. Looking at that woman and them 40 women and they wait and they say they go sign petition against Dr. Lahai. Now they say they go sign petition, just not say let first lady the office take this kind of case here. They don't go sign petition. That's why they go rape that woman at Kailango after the election. With 10 men and go rape her. Nobody, in fact, I want to post on Facebook who attack them. Somebody they come back and come attack me. Yes, they can attack me. Say why me for tag them on political case? No talk.
So because now, politics they inside they abuse them woman they do not care.
Yes,
because
of course.
See, but I know doubt because look the one way they get the Women's Forum Network. Look the kind of word way they talk. You see saying a real politician. If you go on page, you see the post where they post for SLPP. You see why you expect them for take that kind of case there.
Yeah. So then kind of people and for face the law, for face the music, and the law will take in course, and we pray that the post we want help, we'll be able to get more for make able help picking. Okay. So family, wait, thank you.
Wait, I just want only 5 more minutes. You will talk about ECSL, the woman, and this person said the one that we work for the election. ECSL not pay the yet. The staff themselves we work for NCRA, we register then students. Remember at one time, we get our student process where one mobile come out na bo. Where you say transport of Ghana in India. Remember that day? Where we defend that body. Yes. They say them then staff then they will register for NCRA for them, but then students and they turn out they not pay them. So who's then go pay down there now? We independent, but we wait for World Bank or UNDP for pay the staff they work for the election. Alpha and by the way, this could be on our last take before we go.
Well, I'll begin. First, they say they do verification. Because according to the press release we come up from ECSL, as recent as this month, they say they have, so if the people they work inside June, then you can't do verification inside September. That verification will last till December. So then people and they maybe now towards the end of the year, and then we'll get them pay. That I my own view. Because if they vote inside June, now inside August, September, when they do verification, who say I want to go do that verification all side for then thousands of people and they will participate. So who say I want to go do the verification where they go pay them. So me feel say between the end of the year to early next year, and I will get unfortunately and small money, you know. But you know, I hope say they go pay them. Some of them, I like when they not pay them because some of them are they all up for make the election come up bad and get all this kind of backlash. But still, they deserve them pay, they deserve their salary, they get families them for take care of. And I hope say no more NEC will pay them or ECSL will pay them so that we'll come out at this chapter. So family, I think so that will be me on last point for me. I got for sign about what now, but I don't forget to say every action gets an opposite reaction. Some of them now they want, oh, what's in the US, what's this then they do against the government, the president, the first lady, no good. Okay. We now all listen now, no good. But where this thing don't come off and they tell them say we not do this and not they listen. Now that the things and the reaction not begin come, when they raise all this, but every action gets an opposite reaction. Okay? If you do something against people, you know, knowingly, and then tell you that most people are not saying them what, you go ahead and do them, you must therefore expect the consequences of or face the heat. Unfortunately, then so the world goes. So I tell you, thank you. Family where they watch me, and I sort of meet some other time. From me, I stand back so on the yard and say, not trouble until trouble troubles you. But if you go trouble, that trouble will again for come back to you. Until then, and peace and out.
You make a member perfect. Thank you very much.
God. Anyway, Alpha, thank you. But I come on at the other angle. We talk about ECSL. Let's say we like ECSL and talk them. You know, the workman the way up for ECSL and OP. Well, some few way at the sorry for. Very small. Where no be mixed by the Dabaru, but to see majority of them be mixed by the Dabaru.
You not see that video self-hosting.
I tell you, majority we suicide and they vote for Mother BO.
Yes,
they still have and they vote. Me man, they don't need pay. Because when they don't pay and dog.
If they say don't get paid, they don't
win. You know, not say don't get paid, I don't win. What make ECSL look man and they go say, no, don't pay. Me, I'm not on a gumbo. ECSL look man there.
Now this can say they actually suffer for the
a big.
But anyway, we still call on ECSL. ECSL, we can't independent. So we not wait for UNDP for pay. We not pay, please. We not gonna boku money. Yeah, I beg, when I pay them people that they don't work, then say all honest debt must be paid. When person don't suffer for, you don't sweat for, waiting for get 9 belly, please not pay them, okay? Well, until we meet again tomorrow, I want to say thank you very much for the support on always on the Giwi. My name is MBP, the freedom fighter. Thanks to we brother man, Obayanda winner Alpha Kamara. We join with from
I see Uncle Alpha Khan.
Yeah, nine. we say Sidon are the best city in the world.
Who's that?
Washington. But the South Sudan, so this is one of the finest places in the world as well. But you don't understand. You don't understand. But still, thank you very much. And thanks to all we watch and we share the program. Thanks to Sister Admin, the Commander-in-Chief. Commander-in-Chief.
Commander-in-Chief, we talk nice. The laugh, baby.
But
we hit her.
It is sweat.
He asked, he called doctor, let can check the pressure. We hope love mates.
But the good thing that we not get party. The next today will make you laugh tomorrow the waiting. I see yesterday people and they support one guy when they call Anxious. And before this time, people are not like what they talk, but again, that's what we had. They tell you talk waiting a leg, and they appreciate you.
I'll be there.
But when you go the other side,
get there.
Touch him. Anyway, until then, me and Aseme Pay the freedom fighter.
By Bureka Blind from the north.
Oh yo, Raga Spice. Oh yo, Mama Shaka. Question and answer. See me through, yeah. They say say them woke, alright. They say them thief money, not true. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge, alright. The part they fly boku, all the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill.